The remoteness of it, the difficulties of it, the vastness of it. Not just anybody can do this, especially here. Flying, I love the flying aspect of it. The logistics, and I actually enjoy how difficult it is. It makes it interesting. And I chose this spot just because it's away from people. And I think that's the biggest draw to the area is the lack of people. You know, the only people you'll see in a day of fishing are the people you ate breakfast with. We're about a third of the way down the Alaska Peninsula. The lodge is located about 2 miles from Tidewater. The Cinder River, which is what we fish, is connected to a lagoon. We're about 3 miles upriver from that. So all of our fish are super bright and sea lice up, salmon, big runs of kings and dollies and chum salmon, silver salmon. It's a pretty amazing place. It's pretty much what everybody thinks Alaska doesn't look like.
Tundra as far as the eye can see.
The closest tree is 100 miles north of here. 4 visible volcanoes, one really right in our backyard that when it went off caused a lot of the landscape here. There's a lot of cinder sand, makes the rivers really easy, wadable. They're low gradient and lots of fish.
Lots of bears, wolves, all that kind of wild Alaska stuff.
The Bering Sea is 3 miles in back of us, and in front of us is about 35 miles of flat tundra to the mountains of the Aleutian Range and the Pacific Ocean on the other side.
It's remote, 100 miles from the closest town, and leaves everybody else behind.
The last frontier. I mean, there's nothing else in the lower 48 that's undeveloped.
Spent a lot of time out in the wilderness in the lower 48, but it doesn't come close to this in terms of the wildlife, in terms of how healthy the rivers are, and how you can spend a whole day out here and just know that not only will you not see people, but you won't see sign of people. There's no roads, there's no debris or trash or old settlements or anything. I mean, it's just wilderness as far as you can see.
Every client we've had has always said it's so nice being able to fish a river that is ours. Like nobody else is up here, it's just us.
There's no other lodges anywhere near us. There's no lakes above the river that float planes can land on and send rafts down. There's no other boats here. There's no other lodges here. So we really are in the middle of nowhere, and we have the whole fishery to ourselves.
In 2019, after having built lodges for other people throughout my career, I kind of got to make my dream come true and build my own lodge. I took all the goods and all the bads from everywhere else that I'd worked in lodges that I'd built and built this place. And I built it with a maximum capacity of 8 guests. Here, you're not just a number. And this is personable. I've made some of my dearest friends in this place.
As remote as we are in the middle of nowhere, we have a lot of amenities that a lot of people don't expect. You're not in tents on the ground. We have beautiful carpeted cabins, comfortable beds, heaters in all the cabins, hot showers, flush toilets, you name it. We have the amenities of back in civilization when you're out in the middle of nowhere. Our food is flown in weekly with the clients on the charter, so we're able to get fresh produce and fresh protein every single week. And being in the middle of nowhere, we're lucky to have Betty push out some culinary masterpieces.
She keeps our meals simple but delicious, and plenty of food. You're out there off fishing all day. You need a big hearty meal. You don't need a 2-ounce piece of meat and something that's all pretty and took 4 hours to design. You need good hearty food, and she does a phenomenal job with that.
I mostly try to make dinners that are hearty but upscale, just home cooking.
You can't ask for better food at all.
Where other parts of Alaska that I've worked in, guiding fishing, there'd be 5, 10, 15 airplanes at the same spot, and people are racing to get water, and that's not what I had envisioned of Alaska when I was a kid and dreamed of coming to Alaska. Just the difficulties of it. Nothing's easy. Every roll of toilet paper, every gallon of gas, every bottle of propane, all the food, all the building materials, everything has to be flown in. The logistics of this place are beyond most people's beliefs until you've been here and experienced it. I like that challenge. With that comes the beauty of this place, the lack of people, and the excellent fishing. Our home water is some of the best water we have. Just being able to walk out your back door and hop in a boat and go fishing, there's a lot to be said for that.
Those boats are an animal on their own.
They're typical flat-bottom John boats that are 16 feet, that everywhere is used in Alaska. Our rivers that we fish are super low gradient, and they're just full of this really fine volcanic sand, cinder. We use these long-tail mud motors.
Having a long tail on there, you can actually use surface drive, and just the ability to go over 2 inches of water for 100, 200 yards is just phenomenal.
They afford us the ability to traverse these rivers that otherwise you couldn't traverse. They've opened up areas to fish that are otherwise inaccessible. We have 3 airplanes, 2 on wheels and 1 on floats. It provides us diversity of things, different times of year, places to go, just not seeing the same water every day. It just affords us the opportunity to fly around and let guests see Alaska from a different perspective. We have a really cool flyout destination that's about 15 miles east of the lodge, up in the mountains.
You're way up on the shoulder of Aniakchak volcano, which is an unbelievable place in its own right, and it's a rushing, perfectly clear, spring-fed stream. It's kind of what I'd seen of Alaska in videos and like Planet Earth before I got here, and it's an amazing place.
You get to see the whole life cycle of the salmon there. This whole area of Alaska, the lifeblood of this place is our salmon. And if you take a few minutes and look around you, and you can piece all of that together yourself. It's not something that somebody needs to tell you. You can see what the salmon have created and the life that they create and sustain.
And we're fishing behind spawning sockeyes up there.
Dolly is right mixed in with the sockeye, so you're just fishing right through these pods of salmon and catching these bright silver dollies. Some of them are really big.
A lot of places have 8 and 10, 12-inch dollies, and our average dolly's 18 to 20 inches, and catching a 25 or 26-inch dolly is not unheard of.
It really is the last frontier. It's the only place you can come up and really get away from people, so you can escape reality and escape the crowds and come up here and get in tune with nature.
Super fat, nice and healthy, been eating eggs all of their life there.
You're kind of searching for gems here. For every 5 or 6 dollies you catch, you hook into a really nice trout.
Come on, eat it. It's getting weight.
Our largest run of fish by far is our silvers. The silver salmon are the most aggressive of all of the salmon. Our average fish here is 8 to 10 pounds, with catching some 15 to 18 pound fish. Very good table fare, good firm meat. They're fresh, ocean bright, sea liced up, right out of the ocean, and if it's pink, they're going to eat it.
They're tuggers. When you get hooked up on a silver, it's just out of control.
Like to jump, very aerial fish.
They dance on the water like a tarpon. They'll pull on you. They never give up. They just keep going.
Average anglers catching 25 to 30, 40 fish a day, and 50, 60 fish days are not unheard of. The neatest thing that I find about silvers is their willingness to eat topwater log.
On the slower backwater, kind of frogwater areas, you can throw surface flies, pink wogs, and these aggressive silvers will come up and chase the wogs, and you don't get as many as you do on streamers, but it's 10 times as gratifying. You'll get a lot of chases, you'll get a lot of eats where they miss the fly, which is just as much fun as hooking fish and catching fish. Visually, it's super fun. It's untouched. We don't have competition, and we don't have commercial fishing out in front of our river system here. Our silver salmon run is off the charts, as many as you want to catch. and there's no one else here competing for them.
There was a fish designed for a 7 or 8 weight. It was a coho for sure.